As human beings, as a race, we cannot argue or dispute the fact that technologically we are more advanced than we've ever been in the history of mankind. I can reach 1 million people just by standing here and talking to you. I can pick up the phone and talk to my father in the village. I can pick up the phone and look at my cows in the village. I can be right up there in the sky while I'm communicating with somebody here on earth, while eating a piece of chicken and salad using silver cutlery. That's how advanced we are. But as advanced as we get, how comes majority of us are struggling with the most basic things? And this is weight loss. Weight loss is one area in our lives, the farther we move, the backwards steps that we take. If you look at statistics, if you look at research, this is the fattest that we've ever been. This is the worst that we ever looked as human beings. So what are the factors? Now, you can sit there and I can stand here and we can say, one, it's environment. If that is the case, then majority of us should be fat. If it is environment, why is it selective? The person living in the township and the person that lives in the suburb in a townhouse, they're both overweight, but is the cause the same? Being overweight is the effect, but what is the cause? Because the person that is in the township is overweight because they live in a food desert. If you walk into any shopping mall or supermarket in the townships and you look at how their stores are stocked, you'll see there is a high concentration of cheap, high sugar foods. But if you come into Santon and the northern suburbs and walk into Woolies, walk into any of these high-end stores, you'll see it's totally different. So the reasons why somebody in the township is overweight is simply because they don't have access to good quality foods. They have access to cheap, high energy, low, empty calorie foodstuffs. The people in the suburbs, theirs is entirely a different case. It's a case of one, yes, there's a mixture of them eating junk, but the biggest part here is just eating too much. Okay? So the environment plays a role. The second thing is activity. People in the townships, technically or theoretically, it means most of them are engaged in physical labor. You know, they work the gardens in the suburbs. They are the cooks. They are the drivers. They are the security guards. They are the guys that work and clean the offices in the suburbs. So technically, from a physical point of view, if you go to the hotels, they are the ones that are cleaning the rooms. They are the ones that work in the kitchen. These people are physical the whole day. They work construction, building construction, construction on the roads. Majority of them work in the mines. But if somebody works in the mines, somebody works construction, somebody works road construction, building construction, and they're still overweight and they're physical between 10 to 12 hours a day, then it makes us ask a simple question. Is there a relationship between causation and correlation? Does a fat person necessarily mean that they're not working hard? Because if that is the case, why would a construction worker be overweight? Why would somebody that works in the mine be overweight? Those are questions that we have to ask. The third thing that we're going to have to look at here is lifestyle. The more comfortable your life is, the higher chances, not necessarily, but the higher chances of you being overweight. But also, people in poorer areas, people in the townships, their life is not comfortable. But why are they putting on weight? Now you can see where I'm going with this. But my one that I look at, one of the common things among most overweight people is language. And I stand here and I want to submit to you that English equals obesity. Anywhere where people speak English, it means they can read. And if they can read, if you have to read to eat, then it means you don't know what you're eating. My father, my mother, my grandparents, my great-great-great-grandparents, they didn't need to read a label for them to know if it's the right food for them to eat or not. They knew. If I can't see it, and I always tell people, with most of my customers, I tell them that when you go to the supermarket and you have to read the label of a food, or if your grandmother can't tell it's food, chances are it's not food. So if you get it through the window, it arrives on a scooter or gets delivered to your house, there's a high possibility that it looks like food, it tastes like food, but your cells don't recognize like food. So you are eating it, it feels good, but it doesn't fill you. So your brain doesn't tell you to stop eating, and you will consistently keep on eating. And that's what we call junk food. So to bring this down, I think one of the things that most people give up losing weight, as many of those factors are out there, but the biggest thing is weight loss comes in different stages. So if you don't understand at what stage you are at, there is a high chance that you're going to give up rather than moving to the next stage. So let us look at the four stages of weight loss. The four stages of weight loss. At number 4 here, we have motivation. Motivation will get you started, but the habit will keep you going. You need motivation for you to start something. You look at yourself in the mirror, going to the loo either in the morning or just before you go to bed, and you go, geez, I'm turning into my mother too soon. You want to put on your muscle top going out as a guy, and all of a sudden you realize that you've got a beer belly. Something has to start you. You're getting married in 12 weeks, and you realize, when you went to go for your dress fitting, you didn't look good in it at all, because you are insisting that you want a dress that exposes your arms and your back. But the reality is that you haven't taken care of yourself. Now, all these things are motivation. Motivation, you're going on holiday. You have a school reunion coming up. You have an anniversary coming up. All these things are to force you to get your ass off the couch and start doing something. So motivation will get you started. The biggest problem is motivation doesn't last. If I look at most people that we deal with here, when they come in on a 12-week challenge and they want to lose 12 kilos in 12 weeks because they're getting married, the motivation is high. They will do everything we tell them. They will go through the program, they'll eat right, they'll go to bed, tell them to eat grass, they will. But when you see them after the honeymoon, they've gained all the weight plus that. The second thing here now is discipline. Now, the third level is discipline. After you've had your motivation now, you have to build discipline. Now, discipline is simply a contract you get into with yourself to be unhappy until you achieve the goals that you want. Discipline means you're thinking about it. Discipline simply means that you have to arrange things in a certain way so that if you need to go work out at 6 in the morning, discipline simply means that you have to stop watching television at night so that you can go to bed early. If you're going to gym in the morning, it means that you don't drink at night. That's where discipline comes in. You tell your friends, I can't go out because I have an appointment with myself in the gym at 6. So when it comes to discipline, this is more or less controlling your environment. This is the next step immediately after motivation. You've gotten your goals. This has gotten you started. Now, if you stick here, if you keep on saying that I don't feel like it at this level, you're going to give up. I don't feel like it because I'm it's painful. I don't feel like it because I'm tired. I don't feel like it because I feel like eating chips. I don't feel like it. It's not going to work. The second level here now is habits. When you promote yourself to that level, habits is your automatic responses to life. Automatic responses to life. These are things that you automatically, this is your default setting. You know, what are we eating for dinner today? We're eating for dinner today, we're having chicken, salad, and avocado, and water. Why? Because it's the only thing in the house. When you shop like that, and when you go on Friday, it's when you shop, when you're going to have your high carb meal, or when you're going to have your nutrition holiday, when you're going to have your sweets. You've regulated everything to a point where you don't have to think about it. When you wake up in the morning, straight away your shoes are next to your bed, you get out of bed, you put on your shoes, brushing your teeth, and you out the door because you're going to the gym. When you leave work, it's on autopilot. The route that you take takes you straight to the gym because you have a 5:30 boxing class that you have to do. Those habits, that's stage number 2. Then we have number 1 here. Number 1 here now is identity. Identity simply means that you become, I'm a fit person. I'm a fit person. I don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it. Being fit is part of who you are. Being fit is your identity. People know you for that. Before people book or call you to go out for a meal, they have to factor in is what this person eats. Is there something else that he's going to eat? When people talk about going out, they have to look at the time. Does it give him enough time? People at home, everybody knows this, because if that becomes your identity, everybody in your vicinity, your environment and the people that are in your circle of influence, you've attracted only people that help you become a better version of yourself, because that has become your identity. Now, the biggest problem with the majority of people is they stick here. They keep on saying, I don't feel it, because they've not promoted themselves to these other 4 stages. What we do at Dream Body Fitness, we will always get you at a motivation level, because most people don't even just know what to do. If we get you there, if we can help you lose 3 to 4 kilos in the first 7 days, that is enough motivation for you, for us to build your discipline. And as we progress, we keep on promoting you to these places. The point of you joining our program is not for us to hold your hand and babysit you for the rest of your life. It's for you to become the kind of person that can change somebody else's life because you become a fit person. My question to you is easy. At which of these stages are you stuck at? Because until you know what stage you're at, there's a high possibility you'll keep on starting and stopping because you think it's too hard, because you are stuck at motivation. Let me know which resonates with you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do the right thing and subscribe. Forward, like, and take it to any of your friends, and click on the link below. Take our questionnaire, and it will show you where you are on this level or stages, and how we can help you. This is your coach, Mululu Elks. God bless. Take care and see you soon.